Hello everyone. You are watching a snippet of the July 3, 2023 countdown program. Today is Monday. See the full version on Patreon. And thanks to everyone who is becoming our patrons right now. And now to the main topic. The threat of an explosion at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant has receded. At least, Ukrainian officials say so. I would like to believe. But is it really so? The escalation around the Zaporizhzhia ZNPP has been observed over the past few days. The parties accused each other of preparing a man-made accident, casually reassuring society. Even if it explodes, there will be no second Chernobyl. The power units are off, so you don't need to drink iodine. The head of the IAEA, Rafael Grossi, also reassured as best he could. His specialists did not notice any explosives in critical places. Then satellite images appeared showing unknown objects at the fourth power unit of the Zaporizhzhia ZNPP. The pictures were taken on the morning of July 5. The resolution of the images does not allow us to understand what exactly appeared on the roof of the power unit. The invaders also placed unknown objects on the roof of the 3 power unit. These objects are not on any other satellite image for the last year and a half. Even Polish Foreign Minister Zbigniew Rau said on BBC Newsnight that if Russia strikes at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, Poland will react accordingly. It will be a completely new situation. So we will respond adequately, Zbigniew Rau said. The use of this type of weapon or resort to this kind of blackmail will create a completely new situation on the ground in Ukraine, but it will also affect a significant part of NATO territory. So it will require an adequate response. And don't expect me to tell you exactly what it will be, the head of the Polish Foreign Ministry said. But by the morning of July 5, there was no explosion, by the morning of the 6th, too, and everyone began to exhale. The head of the Intelligence Department of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, Budanov, said that the threat of a catastrophe at the nuclear power plant began to subside, and specified that certain public and non-public actions in this area, taken by Ukraine led to this. And I think that now the danger of an artificial man-made disaster is slowly subsiding, Budanov said. Rashist propagandist Sergei Markov continues to turn the situation inside out. The threat of a terrorist attack at the ZNPP has receded, he wrote. Under pressure from the international community. A mass of calls to Washington forced the United States and Zelensky to retreat from the plan of the terrorist attack at the ZNPP. Temporarily. End of quote. The same thought is broadcast by the never-drying mouth of the Russian Foreign Ministry, Maria Zakharova. The behavior of the Rashists is reminiscent of the unconsciousness before the invasion of February 24, 2022, when all the Kremlin irons were saying that no one was preparing any invasion. So the world continues to stand at a low start, realizing that the degree of tension can return to its previous point, especially before the NATO summit in Vilnius on July 11, to which the Rashists are persistently allergic. Watch the full story on Patreon. Become our patrons now and look further in this program. As a result of the Russian rocket attack on Lviv, 4 people were killed and 37 others were injured. President of Ukraine Zelensky explained why the counter-offensive of the armed forces of Ukraine is progressing so slowly. According to him, the West did not provide proper weapons those types and in such quantity that would satisfy the needs of the armed forces of Ukraine to launch such an offensive. He also said that he wanted to start the offensive earlier, but due to a lack of weapons, this did not happen. The disgraced head of PMC Wagner is increasingly turning into Prigozhin Schrödinger. It's like it's there, but it's like it's not there. And the propagandists were given a face command from the Kremlin, and they began to wet the disgraced cook, accusing him of a luxurious lifestyle in a bulky style. The head of Sberbank German Gref lamented, the ruble must strengthen. But the ruble behaves in such a way that it owes nothing to anyone. At the opening of trading on the Moscow Boy Exchange on Thursday morning, the euro and dollar rates reached their highest since the spring of 2022. And in the regions, they already remember with a shudder the terrible phrase from the dashing 90s, budget sequestration. And that is all. See the program in its entirety on Patreon. And thanks to everyone who is becoming our patrons right now. I hugged everyone. See you tomorrow on Friday Live. Glory to Ukraine.